Good evening everyone, and welcome to Ben's Camera Show. I hope you can all hear me right this time. Every time I hope you can hear me. There were some earlier complaints at the top of last week's show that some people, my voice sounds a bit low, and I've been tweaking knobs, shall we say, and we're all good. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, and as my mother reminded me 15 minutes ago, Happy Hanukkah to you all. We don't play any kind of favoritism for religions on this show. We are only the religion of the camera and the photographic apparati that come associated with the cameras, especially Super 8 cameras and all the rest of it. So yeah, we'll. This is the last show of 2020, the last show of this godforsaken year, and the reason for that is that while it's been awfully fun, and I've been looking forward to it every week. Lie, but whoops! Oh crap! It started again. I've been looking forward to all the the technical problems that come with it. There are other things I have to attend to in my existence. I've been putting a lot of stuff to the side, and I've been just so wrapped up in this camera show that I've had to delay certain essential things which have to be done relating to the end of the year. I'll leave it at that. I am hoping to return next year. I haven't even done the show yet. It sounds like I'm winding it up. I'm going to be back next year. I'm going to be back next year on the 16th of January. I think it's the 16th. And when you see me next year, I will have turned 50. 50. Yeah, I'm a January. I'm a Capricorn, and I had so many plans for my 50th. I was going to have a live band. Well, it's just going to be quiet evening at home, maybe a restaurant or a substantial meal if I can wheedle one. Anyway, so yeah. John O says, Merry Christmas, love the seasonal jumper. Thank you, John. I got it from tipsyelves.com. Wait till you see the rest of it. I'm going to stand up and show you the rest of it. It's your Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Ho ho ho. Anyway. Anyway, yes, this is the Christmas show. So we're not doing an awful lot Christmas related, but I will be tying up a lot of loose ends, shall we say, from previous shows. There have been certain kind of story arcs across these 10 episodes, which will come to a rather an amazing fruition tonight, and we'll have a very nice look at some cameras along the way, because if we really want to get technical on it, then this is the show for you tonight. Because if you want cameras, then this camera show is the place to come to. Right, Tony Hickson, I want that jumper. Yes, you can get it at tipsyelves.com. They got some funny Christmas jumpers there. Anyway, so what have I been up to this week? What have I been up to? I didn't switch off my phone for a start. Sorry about that. Right, let's have some Christmas music for no real reason. What I've been up to? Well, I have been attempting. Well, maybe I should just show you. Never mind the Christmas music. Let's pop into the screening room and see what we've been up to. Ah, yes. Okay, right. A guy wants to buy a UMIG from me, and so I've got these two UMIG C3M and C3R, and he's making up his mind right now. And to show him, how everything's working with the cameras, let's just go back a bit because they have nice cameras. These two, they're standard 8 cameras. Not going to show you them tonight. They're standard 8 cameras built in the late 50s. A UMIG from this generation was used for Luke Skywalker's special binoculars on Tatooine. I'm not lying. It was a UMIG C3 or of some sort, or something close to it. Lovely cameras. And the guy asked for a film tested. Well, of course, I had to run some film through it. And I got some Orwo UN54. And because I don't sell a camera that's not film tested. If I've said it's film tested, I film tested it. Unfortunately, the first of a bit of a series of disasters happened this week, which is the film had been fogged. I think I opened the door at one point and saw it in there and quickly put it back on, but I didn't think I fogged it that badly. I mean, this is, although you can see it works, I'm just getting little bits and pieces here of footage in amongst all the fog. But with a clear conscience, I can say the cameras actually do work. We're seeing images. We're seeing consecutive images. We're seeing that's the C3M done with the macro. There's the cat for a brief second. Now, I developed it in some really old... No. I developed it in some Ilfotech LC29 for 7 minutes and then just fixed. And the images themselves, they're not bad. If I forget the fact that I was trying to get moving images, they're all right. It's got some good lens on it. These UMIGs. Anyway, hopefully the guy is going to buy one. I'm asking 25 quid each, which is a real bargain, if you ask me. I'm not in this game to make money. I just like to facilitate other people who are looking to get into the film game. So that was my first disaster of the week, where the film was all fogged. But the main part of this week, and well, it's been a week of disaster and triumph. More comments about the sweater, about the jumper. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? I'll show you again later, but you can just go back and see. Yes, tipsyelves.com. You might be able to get an order in before. Funny Christmas jumper. My son's got one with, it's all knitted and it's got Darth Vader with all the sort of like Christmas stuff all around him, and it says underneath, "Come over to the merry side." Oh god, it doesn't take a lot to get me laughing. Anyway, here's something else I've been up to. Right, Agfa. You may remember this stuff. It's Agfa Chrome and Agfa Movie Chrome. Now, there is a big difference between these. Believe it or not, there is a difference. Agfa Chrome came first, and in my opinion has the most awesome design of any Super 8 box ever. Even the one with the trooping of the color, the boots one, wasn't as good as this. I just loved the Harlequin design with the some information there about it. Yeah, with the sound wave there. The sound one's got those concentric circles, and of course that's the envelope you send it off in to get it developed. Don't do it anymore. I'm saving all these envelopes. I want to do something with these envelopes. They make nice, I don't know, things to keep things in. Now there's the Agfa cartridge in a very difficult to open silver sort of shrink wrap thing. So that's after a lot of editing, and there's the Harlequin design also on the Agfa Chrome cartridge. Yeah, lovely design, terrible film. Now see it's yellow there. I'll show you another look there later. Agfa severely changed their emulsion and their film, because Agfa Movie Chrome, Agfa Chrome is about until the late 70s, and Agfa Movie Chrome is more of an 80s stock. The Agfa Chrome expired in 78, the Agfa Movie Chrome in 84. But look, they got rid of the nice design there. They just left it off the envelope. So it's just a boring white envelope now for the Movie Chrome. However, see, the Movie Chrome's different color. I'll show you that. I'll show you them side by side in a second. The Agfa Chrome and the Agfa Movie Chrome. Right, yeah, see, one's yellow, one's kind of sort of, I don't know, silly putty color. They changed it a lot, and the upshot of that is, well, we'll see the upshot in a minute. What did I use to film this on? I used a Canon AF514 XLS. Excellent camera. The autofocus. No, it's not the autofocus one. This is just the normal 514 XLS. Good sound camera. It's good at bringing difficult to wind film through cartridges. It's got a meaty claw on it. So that's what I tried to film with the Agfa Chrome and that Movie Chrome. I did them in ECN2 at different times, and this is the best I could get from the Agfa Chrome. Awful. just horrible looking. Even, I mean, it didn't seem to matter how long or how short it was in the developer. Seemed very, very difficult to get a decent image out of it. Now here's what I filmed with the Agfa Movie Chrome. There's the camera there set up. I have to look at this. This is ridiculous. I'm going to pause it a sec here. I have to set this camera up on a magic arm, because if you put it on a tripod, you can't unfold the handle enough to make the button go in. So if you put this thing on a tripod with the camera with the button up, it doesn't seem to do it. Or maybe it does it with the handle all the way up or sideways up. I don't know. Anyway, it was very very spooky, tricky. Excuse me, I've got to blow my nose. Oh, you're glad. Good job you didn't hear that. Let's have some music. I've got to be careful drowning myself out with music. So yeah, so I filmed that. And look, it worked.
4.
Much better.
F2.8.
Much better than the Agfa Chrome.
F4.
And it sounds as well. So we'll see a bit of that later.
I think it's geese. F5.6.
Beautiful. So yes, that's as you can see, its sound, and its color. And we see more of that later. That's my big triumph of the week. It's to find out that Agfa Movie Chrome sound film can be developed in ECN2 and give, well, a rather orange tint. But to be honest, I've looked at this reversed after filming it with my DSLR camera, and it looks better than when it went through the Wolverine. So bad Wolverine, did it again. Oh, people love hating on the Wolverine, but I've got some time for it. Anyway, so that's the Agfa Chrome, and we'll be I'm saving the full film till towards the end, because that's just fantastic. Right, so moving right along, let's get out of the screening room for now. Hey, here we go. Let's have some more Christmas music. So I'm going to go into my little box down here. I've made it all cozy. The fire is burning brightly, and in here it's quite delightful. I'm mashing up all sorts of Christmas things. Anyway, what have I got to show you now? Oh my god, the meat of the show. Forget about it. 9 frames a second. Oh dear, that's not very good. So yes, sounds amazing. Turned out really good. Del G, that's my film. How did you know? Yeah, thanks a lot to Del G, who sold me a bunch of I don't have one to show you. A bunch of those Agfa Movie Chrome cartridges at a knockdown price. Thanks, Del G. And we'll be showing some stuff he shot as well later. Hooray! I'll get the Christmas music off. Right. What have I got to show you? I'm going to show you a whole bunch of cameras, and they all have one thing in common. They all have one thing in common, except for one of them. So one's an odd one out, and the other have got something in common. Excuse me, I'm going to turn my mic down for this. No, it's not the Rona. Well, I tasted that. That's for damn sure. Right, we're going to look at some cameras. The thing that all these cameras have got in common is that they're all broken. Yeah, and not only are they broken, but I'm selling them. I'm selling them on eBay as a job lot. So we're going to have some fun with having a look at these cameras before I send them out the door. Let's get the first one in here. Here we go. I'm switched on my top camera. The Bauer C107 XL. Now, you notice I wasn't bothering with the nitrile gloves this time because I'm not, well, these cameras are going to be out the door soon anyway, but also because I've been messing around with green screens. And you know all the trouble I had with the green screen before? Well, I'll show you what I've done this time, which is I've got a red screen in honor of Christmas. I'm not bothering with the green screen. It didn't work very well. Funnily enough, the red screen works a lot better. I know, go figure. You can key out a camera on a red screen, and it makes your hands give this kind of ghostly. Oh, it's some kind of ghost showing you these. The ghost of its dead owner. No, this is not the ghost of the dead owner. This was given to me by some very good friends who didn't know anything about Super 8 cameras. And all I could tell them about this one was that it would be really nice if it was working. But unfortunately, it's seized up. Never mind. Let's have a quick look at it, at the Bauer. You might want to get one of these anyway. So, it's got the normal focus and zoom. It's got a backlight, which is obviously opens up the iris one stop. It's got your fade, which will shut the iris down, maybe even the shutter. No, probably the iris. It's got a remote, a mini micro jack, and it's as nice. It's got a flash remote, so you can actually use it as a flash camera. Over here, I'm a bit mystified about this, saying 1/auto. I don't know if it's. I think it's a filming speed or it's an intervalometer. See, these markings get closer together as you get around. I'm not sure about that. Oh my God, there must be some dust or something in here because I'm sneezing. I think it's this sweater, to be honest. Been in the back of my cupboard for too long. On the other side, the Bauer has a very simple, yes, filter on-off switch. And what have we got on top here? Well, that's the power on-off button. There's zoom, automated zoom, bit of paint flaking off there. Here are your filming speeds. Your auto, manual, 9 frames, 18, and what's that? SP? Slow. It's probably the slow motion. It probably does it as a, maybe it says SF for single frame. Oops. Show it so you can see. Yeah, I didn't do an awful lot of research on this, but it's got a good weight to it. It was made in 1977, or else it was first released in 1977. Let's zoom out a bit here. And look at this. It opens at the back. See? It's a back loader. So what you do is you put your Super 8 camera, Super 8 cartridge in the back there, close it up, boom, you're ready to shoot. Except for this camera, you're not ready to shoot because it's broken. Still, let's look at the next one. Right, next we have the UMIG Mini 3 Servo Focus. Oh, she's taking off the handle. The handle comes off. 1974. 1974. Came out just before my beloved UMIG Mini 5. Mini 3. This was also given to me by the same dear friend who gave me the Bauer. And unfortunately, it also has seized up. The zoom won't go. You put batteries in it. I think nothing runs. But it's a nice little camera if it's working. If you've got one already, you might want to get one of these for spares. Even. Yes, okay, right. That's the Mini 3 Servo Focus. We're going to rattle through these because there's a few to go. The Bug, someone said. Maybe that was about the Bauer. Right. We're going to 1975. The Gaff Reflex Zoom 712. Anyway, the Gaff Reflex Zoom 712. Gaff actually has a red sticker there, but it's gone transparent because of the red screen effect. Never mind. I've never really caught on to Gaff cameras, to be honest. I know some people like them. Someone was commenting recently on the YouTube how much they liked these Gaff ones, Gaff cameras. I mean, you know, they're all right, I suppose, if they're working. Which one? This one isn't. If you put batteries in, nothing happens. But the battery compartment's quite nice. Look, this thing here, you push it in, and look, this whole bit comes off, and it floats on a ghostly hand. You put your batteries into there, and you just put this little removable thing back on, push that in, and there we go. In it goes. Not a lot going on this side. You've got your on-off switch, and you've got your footage counter. The eyepiece has unfortunately succumbed to eyepiece-itis. Some of these things do. On the other side, not an awful lot going on here either. Well, there's your daylight filter cancelling button, if that stuff interests you. You've got a bit of a zoom here and shoot. It looks like it's just completely auto metering. 1975. A very simple camera. Might be good. Decent looking lens. Unfortunately, it is no more. It is broken. Ah, right. Let's go to this one. What do we have here? Oh, okay. Might have to switch off the red screen for this because it just looks a bit weird inside. It's keying out the leather case as well. Although I don't know, that looks pretty cool. That looks like some kind of Tron camera or something. No, I'll spare you the awful chroma key here. There we go. Of course, because I've got red sleeves on as well. Ah. Right, now what are we looking at here? The Sigma D8, which is a standard 8 camera. Let's get it out of its very nice case. These are things. Standard 8 cameras have got lovely cases, tailored, made, stitched out, probably by hand. Okay, it won't come out. This is always happening with these things. There it goes. Right, the Sigma, very, very chrome. Lots of shininess on this one. Look at that. That's some shiny camera. The Sigma D8, mirrored finish. Except for this, there must have been a lot of this left over from the war. This kind of metal. This I don't know if it's anodized or like they get some sort of coating on it. I'm sure they use this on the Second World War planes, and the factories just retooled for cameras. Well, in some cases they might have been making cameras and planes. It's wound up and it won't go any further. And if you press the shutter, naught happens, unfortunately, which is a shame because this would be quite a nice one to go around with. Let's have a look inside. Bloody hell, you have to unscrew this thing like... There we go. Hey! Well, it's pretty clean. It's got a reel in it. Yeah, well, you know, nice weight to it. Be a nice conversation piece. Or a paperweight. Right. Okay. Just a couple left. A couple left here. Now, another Agfa. The Agfa. Oh, and this one you have to take this whole thing off. Oh, stop. Didn't do the music. Okay. Nice. Let's get the chroma key back on. I don't know about the redness. I like things when they're floating. The Agfa MoveX Automatic. Look at that. It's very slim. It's got a very long, tall profile. And it winds up, of course. And here you've got your... let's zoom in here on this one. This is quite interesting. So up down here, this is your light meter. which as you turn that, as you adjust it, it lets more or less light in. See? And this looks like a... is that a fixed focus? No, it's not. No. It's a adjustable focus. And up here, I'm not sure what... Oh yeah, okay, that's your manual aperture. Nice, it's got manual... See that dial there? You move that and the top thing goes. Nice. I'll turn the music down. I have fear of drowning myself out. That's nice. Yes, that's your... I think that's... oh, I see. That brings a thing down through your eyepiece. I think maybe if you change lenses or zoom in or something. Oh, T and N. T and N. Could be telephoto and normal. Let's have a look when you do it. Oh yeah, it brings... Interesting. I'll see if we can see this through here. Oh, we can. So if I turn this... There we go. See, it sort of opens up. It puts this thing down in front of the... That's kind of what they had in these eyepieces. Instead of an actual zoom, sometimes they would just mask off everything that wasn't in the shot. Let's try that again. Let's actually, you can see that not quite well. Yeah, see, it just lowers that thing down, which gives you a much more limited field of vision. And you have to know that, okay, at that point you're zoomed in. You've got a tighter lens in there, and then you lift it up. Yeah, so you had to adjust the eyepiece manually. Anyway, nice looking camera, the Agfa Move X Automatic 1. Let's see how oh, nice. Let's see how much some of these cameras are on eBay if you get them. Maybe they're working, maybe not. Let's see. That's the Bauer. See, they go for a lot. 111, 2751. 1713. I mean, okay, that might not be working. 66. Well, these are probably working. So you're looking at like, 30 to between 30 and 100 pounds. Although that one, wow, good condition, 149.31. That's for the Bauer. So that's a decent bit of kit. The Gaff, if it's working, 40. If it's not, 3.99. The UMIG, if it's working, oh, you can get these working ones for a pretty decent price. Look at that, 3.25, £5, £2.16. See, all in the box and perfectly working with everything is like £35. I tell you, those are good cameras. Those UMIGs. Now, finally, we've got a couple here. Let's get that away and that away. Okay. This one I have to show you. This one. It's in plastic, and if I'm going to get it out of that plastic, I'm going to put the gloves on. You'll see in a minute. Well, okay, some of these cameras, I don't know where they came from, but this one was, I think, dredged out of a swamp sometime in the late 60s. No, early 60s. This is a very close... This is a very close cousin to the famous Zapruder camera. Okay, the reason I've got it in a bag is that it got corroded kind of badly. In fact, I'll switch off the chroma key so you can see what's going on here. Yeah, as you can see, the metal, it's not exactly mildew, I don't think. I think it's just some sort of rust. And, well, that's a bit of a shame because I've got one of these, the magazine version of it, which doesn't take reels but takes a Kodak magazine film. Let's see if I open this up. Yeah, it opens. It's not that dirty inside, but it's just... I'm going to forget to turn down my mic one of these times. Yeah, it's, It is a bit of movie history. The director's series Bell and Howell, the famous Zapruder film, was shot on one of these. I've talked about one I have that works, but yeah, I mean, look, you can use it as a paperweight, or you can take it apart for fun. But I don't think you're going to do any filming with it. So on to the last one. Okay, going back to 1959. Another Bell and Howell. And yeah, not easy really to tell what this is. It just says Bell and Howell. I did some research and I found something similar to it, but not quite the same as this. It's a close cousin to the one I just showed you, but it's not corroded. It would have been a slightly lower spec one because it doesn't have an automatic. Oh, maybe it does. Yeah, it doesn't have an electric light meter, which is actually kind of a benefit because the ones with electric light meters are well, they take weird batteries and sometimes they're even broken. So yeah. So anyway, so that's the downside of that one. It doesn't. It's a slightly lower spec one. Whoa! And here's the upside. It runs. This one's actually working. Not only that, but I'll show you in a sec. This one's got a bit more of a story to tell because the motor went round. I decided to have a little tryout with shooting something in it. What was also quite interesting was that this camera had some film in it. It's a half-shot roll of film. That's right. The Bell and Howell was its previous owner had I don't know, given up and so left some film in. So I filmed it. I developed it with some. Oh, these pictures are going far too fast. Maybe I'm going too slow. Okay, so here's the long and short of it. I developed the film that was inside this camera. I developed it in old Caffenol. Old Caffenol is something you should apparently shouldn't even be. God, that was loud enough. I hardly needed YouTube for you to hear it. Okay, so old Caffenol. Look, I've put a date on that. It's like 19th of October 2020. I personally didn't give a crap. I was in a hurry and I just stuffed it all into that tank there. I did it real old school with Caffenol. I couldn't even bother to make new Caffenol. This was on the same day as I had that disaster with the fogged UN-54 film that I showed you before. So what happened? The film turned out to be turned out to be Kodachrome 2. And Kodachrome 2, horrible stuff. But as you can see, I managed to get an image out of it, and I was very excited. This is when the film was wet. And it came out in these two sort of different shades. Some was lighter and more yellow, and then some was like very, very kind of had this brownish orange kind of cast to it, this layer, which I couldn't seem to be able to wipe off. But I thought, hey, it doesn't matter. I'll throw it all through the Wolverine and see what it comes out. But as it got drier, it got really dark like that. I even tried to refix it, but it was to no avail. It got darker and darker as it dried, and this is about all I got. Okay, that's what I shot myself at a very in the Bell and Howell just to see if it was working. So yeah, it works. If I'd put good film through it, it probably would have looked a lot better. But the rest, and I know someone rather charitably said that my development looked like diarrhea last time. Well, yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, it that's the best I got out of this old Kodachrome 2. But the Kodachrome 2, and that was, I shot that as well. The stuff that the previous owner shot was even more even harder to see. This is all still stuff I shot. Okay, this was shot by the previous owner. It looks like a caravan on a road in the far distance. Oh, I think we're in a car. I think we're moving. Maybe it's a house going by. And what else can we see here? This is get your pareidolia going, people, because this is there's a building, there's a house. Looks like we've driven up to somewhere. Yeah, we're just approaching some house. There's a couple of cars there. Some weird looking car went by. Well, this might have been shot in the 50s or the 60s, probably the 60s, and then got bombarded by nuclear test radiation or something until now. And I could have probably done a better job. Maybe if I'd left it out, if it hadn't been in the caffeinol for that long, if I'd used fresh caffeinol, I don't care. It's it's if people aren't going to look after their cameras. What am I saying? If they're gonna be selfish enough to die and have half a film left in their camera, then that's their own lookout. Anyway, we got to see it eventually and found out the camera works because of that. So, how much are these Bell and Howells worth? Let's have a look there. I think I'll keep the red. It's very Christmassy. Tio Manny says, those Clockwork 8 surprise me all the time. I know, it's amazing. Like 50 years old and it's working better than a 20-year-old camera. They built them to last. I think they built them using like old World War II technology. And because it wasn't being, having bullets thrown at it. Although I tell you what, if you've got one of these in your pocket, I reckon it would stop a bullet. This thing is damn heavy. Right, let's see how much these things cost. Let's see how much you can get one for. No, that's the Bell. Okay, here we go. So yeah, this was the Bell and Howell. Yeah, that's the same one. That's the same as this. Let's get them side by side with the miracle of technology. Oh damn it! I've got to put the chroma key back on. There we go. Yep, that's the same. It doesn't have a zoom bar, but otherwise, yeah. They're selling it for $62. Wow, this thing's worth a couple of pennies. And the other one, this was the Sportster. This is one that was all mouldy. My one. Okay, sold for £4.99, £12.99. Not worth as much, it seems. £7.06. Funny, maybe because maybe these ones are magazine cameras, but it seems that this one. Okay, I know just because someone's asking $62 for it doesn't mean that's what it's worth. But it was very, very difficult to find this. Actually, this isn't the same. That one's electric eye, and this one doesn't say electric eye. It's a very weird camera. It just doesn't seem to have. It doesn't seem to have a model number on it. It just says Bell and Howell. It's heavy as hell. I reckon it's made about 1959, 50, or 1960 or so. So, look at that. We've got all these lovely cameras. And I'm selling them all as a job lot. This is turning into QVC, isn't it? Your home Super 8 shopping network. Basically, I just don't have room for them. I want to get them out. And the bidding is currently at £1 for all of them. The whole lot of them. And there's 3 more days left in that auction. Now, the link to the auction is in the YouTube description. And also, if you go to zerobudgetfilmschool.com, zerobudgetfilmschool.com, you'll come to the Camera Show website. And if you just scroll down a bit, right there is a link to the eBay auction site. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying, why would I bother to buy 6 non-working cameras and one working one that takes standard 8 film, not Super 8 film? Well, without getting into the whole of why you should give standard 8 a go, I haven't said that 7th one is working. I've said they're all not working. And I've said that anyway, you go to the auction, there's the whole list of them all. And so you've got privileged information, watcher of Ben's camera show. I should get the name of my show right. You've got privileged information there. You could be picking up a bargain. All 7 of them currently bidding at £1. Right. So that's your Christmas. Oh yeah, and I wrote in the description what the reason is for getting one of these. I said they would make a nice display or prop collection. If you already have one of these cameras, you could use it as a backup for parts. Alternatively, if you like taking things apart, these will give you hours of fun, and who knows, you might even end up fixing one of them. So there's 3 reasons to buy a whole bunch of non-working, 6 non-working and one just about working cameras. Right, I think I've flogged that horse long enough. Let's get this off here. Now, do I feel like inviting some listeners on? Because I don't have a guest this week. I don't know, why not? Because at this point, usually I'd be sort of like listening to a guest while my eyes glaze over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a Zoom link in the chat. And if I know how to do that, here we go. And if anyone wants to, that's in the chat now. If anyone wants to get on the show and have a chat about cameras, we've got some time before I do the last showstopper of the evening. And the last showstopper of the evening, of course, is the full development of that. I won't even say it. Right. Let's get this widescreen off. There we go. Oh, I'm full screen again. Hooray. Okay, so before I launch into that's nice. Into the next section, I just want to say that I have some amazing, great plans for next year's. I guess after 10 episodes, I can call that a season, can't I? I guess so. But I'll be So I've got all sorts of ideas for next year. I've got a list of guests I want to get on. I've got a list of guests who've already been on, which I want to get back on. And I've got, oh my God, I was sitting down. I was thinking, well, I could do an episode on this. I could do an episode on that. And I could do an episode. I was thinking at the start, I thought, oh no, I've used up everything I know for the first season. I've got nothing left to talk about. And then when I sat down and realized how deep down this warren I've gone, this rabbit hole, I realized, oh my God, yeah, I'm already looking forward to looking ahead to the 3rd season, to be honest. 2nd season, I'm in danger of resting on my laurels. Anyway, right, let's go on to the big reveal of the night, which is we're going to watch the whole roll of that sound color. Oops. Let's get that off. Right, the sound color Agfa film, the Agfa movie chrome, which, to be honest, this has been a long time coming. I'm going to talk seriously here, so I've got to get back onto the big screen here, and let's put some appropriate music on. Yeah, this has been a long time coming. I started off doing this, and I was just about able to develop my stuff as a like black and white, really low quality black and white silent. And then I worked hard at it, and I got to be able to develop it black and white, the silent at a decent quality. Then I did low quality color silent. Then I did okay quality color silent. Then I had to go with some black and white sound. Unfortunately, the quality was very low, but I did black and white sound with the old sound film, got hold of some of that. And then I tried finally to do color sound. And as of about 2 days ago, I did it. I did color sound. Now there's only 3 ways to get color and sound with Super 8. One way is to film with normal color film and record the sound separately. And then, it's Jingle Bells getting a bit too boring. I'll turn that off there. is to record the sound separately and then sync it up afterwards. The other way is to find some old Kodak Ektachrome sound film, which can still be processed in E6. I didn't have any Ektachrome, very difficult to find that stuff. But like I said, viewer Del G was able to furnish me with some Agfa Movie Chrome, and with all the experiments I'd done so far with the Boots Movie Chrome and the Agfa Movie Chrome, I was finally able to do Super 8 sound. So let's have a look at it. Let's have a go and see how it looked. And the first minute or so is something shot by Del G, who gave me the film, and it's his friend in the park. So let's have a look. I'll get myself off the screen there. Here we go.
And looking around, I'm surprised at how green the place is. The grass is obviously green, but a number of the trees have lost their foliage, but a lot of them still have their green, and it reminds me of that song of the 40 Shades of Green. I close my eyes and picture the emerald of the sea, when the fishing boats at Dingle to the shores of Donaghadee. I watched the river Shannon and the folks at Skibbereen, the moorlands and the meadows with their 40 shades of green. But most of all I miss a girl in Tipperary town, and most of all I miss her lips as soft as eiderdown. I want to see and do again the things we've done and seen, with the breeze as sweet as Shalimar, and there's 40 shades of green.
Right, say a few things about this Brighton town.
Well, the sun is trying to come through on this. We're towards the end of November in the year 2020, supposedly for perfect vision. I doubt if you'll get this from this particular road film.
There's nowhere to go.
But I just think it's hard.
I know. But it's interesting because my friend, she doesn't live with her parents, but her sister lives with her parents.
Yeah.
And they all had it, including her brother who lives in the house next.
I could have it just without symptoms then.
You don't know.
Because there's no testing.
No, she did test it, but she was negative.
Oh.
They're two.
Alright, F2, just over F2, on Parliament Hill. Christmas tree, Christmas house all lit up, 1.4 F. F 1.4, F 2.8, Merry Christmas, F 4, 4 geese are laying, I think it's geese, F 5.6,
Yeah. Pretty cool, eh? We got there. We did it. Sound and color. If 2020 has brought us many awful things, it's also brought us some great things, which is we've actually managed to shoot sound and color on film at the same time. And well, you know, got to be happy for small mercies. And there's some John Oates says, what was the ISO ASA rating? Good question. Lots of questions coming up. Well, you know what? It was the box speed is 40 ASA, and going by the outdoor shots that I did on cloudy days, and I think Del G shot on a cloudy day as well, I don't think it's gone much lower than 40, to be honest. I think it's you can pretty much shoot it at box speed. I'm probably open it up one stop more than it tells you to at box speed. You know, put the backlight button on or something. But yeah, I mean, if there's an ISO maybe 30, then maybe it's about there. I mean, the most of the stuff you saw, I was opening it up quite wide. But then, of course, at this time of year, it's pretty dark. You know, it's hard to get enough light to shoot some expired film with. But as long as you got, I think, a decent camera with a good open shutter, then open iris, then go for it. It seems to be working. Del G says I've overexposed by one stop. Yeah, you probably just about nailed it. I think going by those different exposures at the end with the Christmas tree, I think there's a lot of latitude. I think it was decent. It was maybe slightly overexposed when it was wide open at 1.8, and then I was thinking we were looking at f4 or 5.6. Still looked all right. Those were very, very bright lights though on that tree. I actually rigged up some reporter lights, some 750 watts, so it was bright as all hell. But for indoors in the evening. The only thing is, of course, it comes out in that purple color, which after you reverse it, it goes orangey. And it seems to develop very quickly. I've been doing it, I think, 2.5 minutes in ECN2 at 41 degrees. And even 2.5 minutes seems to be maybe pushing it a bit too far. I mean, it might be all right at 2 minutes. It might also be all right at lower temperature ECN2. So I'm going to try that. Del G says the stuff of people talking is really good. Yes. That was my wife and her friend. Yeah, that probably looked and sounded the best. And of course, if you're going to shoot sound film, you've got to shoot people talking. Otherwise, what's the point? Let's see. Del G says I should have charged you much more. Well, I guess that's the benefit of developing your own. In that you can get film that no one else wants, and somehow, tell you what, Del, I'll do you another developing run. I'll send you one cartridge back, and you can shoot it, and we'll develop it again, and then we'll call it even. How about that? And watch your focus. And what else? Other questions here. Looks and sounds great. Love the beginning. Yes. The sound has got lots of people commenting on how good it sounds. And I was just talking to, it was to Del G, which is about like why it sounds so good. And he suggested because it's actually running past the head a lot faster than audio cassette tapes would. It's running past it more like at a rate that the reel-to-reel machine would. I don't have a reel-to-reel machine. I know that they go at... I know that Super 8 goes at 1 foot every 4.4 seconds. I don't know. I think reel to reels, they measure it in terms of like inches or something. Not sure. But end result is Super 8 sounds awful damn good, especially when you consider that what they give you are these little plasticky microphones that look like toys, but actually pretty decent. So, here we go. We got some experts chiming in. Reel to reel is either 15 inch per second or 7.5 inch per second. So let's work this out. So if it's 12 inches in 4 seconds, that's not so fast compared to that. No, that's 12. That's like 3 inches per second. Yeah. 3, I guess so. I guess Super 8 is something like 3 inches per second. Sounds about right. But also it's a very narrow strip of magnetic tape along the side of the film. I don't have some of it. But you've seen sound film. I'm sure I've shown it on some of my films with sound film. So yeah, it's that's still a lot faster than audio cassettes. Yeah. Damn right. It was Del Dilgy says, that's too kind. I was only joking. Well, listen, if you don't mind me doing some experiments on your film, then maybe I will solicit shot film that people want developed, as long as they can subject it to my lab, and as long as they don't mind me dunking it in inappropriate chemicals, then I might start doing that. Because shooting this stuff is fine, it's all great, and developing it is all fine and great. But if you've got a weekly deadline to make, it can all take time. Oh, look who's just dropped in. It's Manny Salazar. Hello. That's nice to welcome someone from the viewership. We're not getting your sound or your oh, I see. I have to ask you to start the video. Oh, he's going to say hello. Hey, Manny. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me, Ben?
I can, yes.
Awesome.
Hey, nice to see you again. So soon.
Good to see you again, man. Hey, I saw you're getting rid of your Huming.
Getting rid of it? Oh, no, yeah, but it's a Mini 3. Oh, yeah, you got a C3 as well.
Dude, these things are great, man.
Yeah.
These little C3Ms.
Yeah. Nice, yeah. Nice camera.
I had to do the same thing.
I'll put you on the full screen.
I didn't have that whole thing on here.
Oh.
Yeah. Had to put the papers for the, so you could actually see what you're shooting at, because if not, everything comes out blurry.
Oh, you mean through the eyepiece?
Through the eyepiece, right? Because
right. Yeah. Because what you see through the eyepiece is not what you're shooting. Exactly.
No,
yeah.
It has a mild parallax.
Yeah. But do you have the thing where when you rotate the lens, it goes everything goes yellow except for a little square in the middle when you put the telephoto on.
It does?
Do you have that? Oh, maybe it's on mine. But it's like as you rotate the lens, if you rotate it onto the zoom, well, not zoom, but the telephoto all the way in, then it shows you in the eyepiece, I think. No, it's no. I mean, rotating the actual the whole turret. Do you know about? When you rotate the turret, the 3 lenses, if you pull them out and twist them, yeah, so it's on the most zoomed in one. I know it's not a zoom, but anyway, it's it's a great camera.
Yeah, these are. I haven't noticed that. I haven't noticed that's popped up on it. Well, because I just started messing around with this guy because I had to take a bunch of pictures to figure out what the focal lengths were.
Oh yeah.
So I could because everything was coming out blurry. I ruined at least 2 rolls trying to.
Does it not have? Because on my one, someone's written that in, and I thought because there must have been a plate which fell off or something.
Yeah, I had one. It had one plate, but I think they put it in the wrong place.
Oh god! Oh, that's even worse.
The whole thing came out blurry.
Oh yeah. So,
and
yeah. No, I'll show you.
Nice cameras.
Yeah. I can show you what someone did in mine. I'll have to leave you a sec while I go get it. The rest of you can wait, right? Just hang on.
Yeah.
It's right here. There we go. Didn't take long. All right. Okay. So you see on my one, I'll hold it up to here. Oh wait, I've got to focus on it, of course, don't I? Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so you can see someone. Oh, dear. I hope it still works after that. Okay, right. There we go. See, look, someone's written there 14 inches and 6 inches.
Maybe you could send me some pictures to make sure that I have mine right.
Maybe, yeah. Well, listen, if it firstly I have to trust this whoever the previous owner was, then 6 foot or something, and then on the other one, yeah, it says 5 inches, 8 inches, 12, 13. So it's all been. Oh God, this is hard to see there.
Did you get the?
There you go. Yeah. So they've written infinity. Do I get the what?
Did the handle? The
No, I don't have a handle.
Have you seen those? They're wicked for these, man. They have like their ergonomic grips.
Oh, really? I'll show you what I'll show you what I do have
awesome.
though.
They're super hard to find.
What I do have is a handle. Oh, I don't have it on me. It's all packed away. But I have a handle which goes on the bottom of this. This is it screws on the bottom, and it has a cable, a release cable, which then plug into this thing just below the shutter there, and so you can get it to start. You can start and stop running. But yeah, they're great cameras. They're really nice looking, and like you said in the comments, it's amazing that they're still working. These clockwork wonders. So yeah, so hopefully the guy who wants to buy one is going to buy one. Great. Well, thanks for dropping in, Manuel. Oh, he's muted. Yeah, it's good to see you. Merry Christmas. Feliz Natividad. Okay, let's right. Okay, we're on for the final treat, and we're going to end on time this time because we didn't have a long guest spot. We are going to have a Super 8 treat here. Let's have a look here. Right. Whoops,
I'm looking
off. Well, we want the DSLR, don't we? That's right. We have a Super 8 projector here, and there's me. And we're going to show. Well, let me get the lights off first before I announce tonight's entertainment. See if that's working. Yep, that's working. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait. Oh, no, wait a minute. We're not ready. I've got to plug the sound in because we're going to watch a sound film tonight. Now, this is something I picked up, I don't know where, some kind of Super 8 fair or something. And it is a trailer. It's a trailer for a movie. Now, I believe me, it was originally in color, but it's gone all magenta. It's had magenta syndrome over the years. Now, there's a guy in Italy who can actually, you send him your films, and he can actually remove the magenta from them. Was it Luigi Petrin? I'm not sure, but he can actually, if you have old films that have gone all like magenta like this, he can remove the magenta from it and restore it back to color. Not really worth it for this one because it's just a bit of fun. So let's see the trailer for the coming attraction. Not really. Right. Oh, I hope this works. Okay.
1 million years.
Okay, all right, let's do that again. I'm going to do that again. Because the sound wasn't turned up. I want you to see this in its full glory.
1 million years BC. million years BC, when the earth parted and the mountains fell. Introducing the fabulous Raquel Welch, the sensational star discovery of this or any other year in 1 million years BC. See her as Loana the Fair One, who deserted her tribe and risked her life to follow Tumac of the Rock People. John Richardson as Tumac, as big and strong as the beasts he fought for surviving. See the fascinating, strange, and fearful
That's a
creatures
pet
who roamed
iguana.
and ruled the earth a million years BC. The pterodactyl, a flying reptile with giant teeth. The flesh-eating Allosaurus. The Triceratops, a horned dinosaur in battle with the savage Ceratosaurus. You will share the unending thrills and excitement of a world of primitive wonders, of primeval terror and savagery. You will indeed live in another world, in another time, as the centuries fall back to reveal the Earth 1 million years BC. Introducing the fabulous Raquel Welch as Loana the Fair One. John Richardson as Tumac.
Lovely stuff. And I know, don't write in. I know dinosaurs and humans never coexisted. I mean, damn it, can't you guys take a bit of artistic license? 1 million years BC. Yes, I wonder who the woman was. They didn't say her name often enough. I don't know. Someone had a good agent, I reckon. Red is right, yeah. There we go. I've got these headphones which take 15 minutes to get into your ear. Right. Let's have a look at some of the comments before we go. Could I put in a word for the Quartz 5? Well, go, yes, by all means. Quartz 5, is that the Russian one? Yes, I think Quartz Zoom and Quartz, yeah. They're good then. The Russians. Anyway, let's finally wind up with a bit of a last bit of Christmas music. And I'm going to sign off now. And look, 3 of me now. Let's get rid of the zoom, get rid of the side me. No, that's the other one. There we go. Delgy, the Russian Standard 8. Yes, I know about them. Yes, I've got one. I should do that on a whoops, my keyboard. What did I put that there for? I should do that in a later show. Some Quartz action. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining me. It has been great fun. It really has. It's been fraught with freakouts and preparation, but now when I do all this camera stuff, I know that I'm doing it for a reason. I'm doing it for you lot. I'm doing it for my beloved camera show audience. And after Christmas, I will have a whole bunch of more films I've been messing around with. I will do a bit more of the Sound Super 8 because, you know, how can you not? Sound and color. I will be doing an entire episode on the Wolverine and other ways of converting your Super 8 film to digital. I will be doing a show all about the Soviet Union's contribution to camera cameras and film. There's a lot there to cover. I'm going to be doing a show about developing. In fact, I was thinking of doing a live development. That'll be a long show. That'll be like a 2-hour show, maybe 2.5 hours. I'm going to start by shooting something, and you're going to follow me all the way through the process of developing it, including the Lomo and everything. Oh, it's gone. Oh, here it is. Yes, I might do a show about this. Well, amongst other things. Well, that's a freaky effect there. The Katsuyama reloadable cartridge, basically. I'm thinking of doing another show about non-Super 8 cameras, about some interesting digital and obscure, weird other stuff cameras. I'm probably not going to do a show about SLR cameras. Don't really know a lot about them. I know a bit about medium format. Let's do a show about medium format cameras. In fact, if you've got some suggestions for shows, for themes of shows, then let me know. I think I've just drowned myself out with the Christmas music again. Yes. Have a good Christmas. Looking forward to season 2. Yes, do one on the court's a real gem. Can't wait for season 2. Have a great Christmas. Oh, that's nice. All the audience are wishing me goodwill and cheer for the festive season. And to all of you lot as well, let's get some filming done over Christmas. Maybe we can develop some. Maybe we can you can send some in. In fact, if you're going to shoot something over Christmas, I know you don't want to put out your private, family and everything events. I don't know how much of that there's going to be anyway. But yeah, get some shots of your Christmas tree and some innocuous stuff which you don't mind sharing with the world. And I want to get more people actually sending me their own footage like Manny did last week. That would be so cool. So that's it. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. And I will see you all in the new year, in January. And and between now and then, I might put out a couple of surprise live appearances on the YouTube here. I might put out some. I was thinking of chopping up all the shows into little segments, like Joe Rogan does, and putting out sort of like little digests of shows rather than having to wade through an entire hour of me whittering on. So stick around on the Zero Budget Film School channel on YouTube and come over to the Zero Budget Film School website for that eBay link. And have yourselves a very Merry Christmas, and to all a good night, and all the rest of it. And 2021, I don't know, it's got to be a notional split from 2020. Let's all approach it with that kind of positive attitude. And I'll give you one last look at the Christmas sweater from Tipsy Elves. Right, that's it. That's the end of season 1. It's basically my gut and Santa writing Merry Christmas in the snow. Bye, everyone.